Stop recording. Ba-da-beep-ba-da-boop, it's Music Lover 600, and I'm going to talk to you about the features of a braillenote Apex. So I have my Apex turned on. Well, I'm going to turn it on.
Main menu.
Okay, so the main menu pops up, the first thing. Now the Apex, like I said, it has the thumb keys, and it has the keyboard, but it also, besides its features, the way it looks, I have it on the floor charging right now, so you might see some other things. Stop recording. Stop recording. Button. It has some other cool things about it, and I'm going to press the space bar. The ways you can scroll through your options on your Apex is by pressing space bar, or the advanced thumb key, or space with .4. I'm just going to use the space bar for now. So let's see what's on here.
Word processor.
The word processor is kind of like Microsoft Word. You can use the word processor to write your documents and create documents, writing. You can make notes and reminders for yourself, although there are other features on here to do that. You can use the Apex to do many things. The Apex is, you can use it for many things, but word processor is like Microsoft Office Word in some way. Another way it's a little cooler, there's a spell check in there. You can print, you can even use the block commands and copy and paste. So yeah, that's word processor.
Planner.
Planner is your calendar where you can schedule appointments and reminders and even birthdays. Like on my older Apex, I had almost everyone's birthday on the calendar. And you can also use the planner to set alarms, like to wake you up in the morning or something like that.
Address list.
Address list is where your contacts are, and where you can also, that's where your contacts are in your address book, basically.
Email.
Email is where you can email.
Internet.
Internet, well, you know what that is. Well, this internet on here, because this is an older version of an Apex, an older Keysoft version, I have Keysoft 922, and this was copyrighted from 1986 to 2010, so this is an older Apex, but the internet on here sucks. And I don't mean it like in a bad way, but it does. It really does suck. Okay. I recommend you get a newer version and have internet on here. No wonder.
Chat.
Chat is like an instant messenger thing, which I use on my iPhone all the time. And also like Google Hangouts and things like that.
Media Center.
Oh, one of my favorite things. You can use Media Center to play music on your FM radio, to play media files online, or to make your own recordings. Like the pre-recorded videos I do, they come from the Apex, the Media Center.
Navigation.
Navigation is your GPS program. And now I don't have it installed on here. I used to, but now it's not on here. I have other ways of using a GPS now, though, like Google Maps on my iPhone.
Book reader.
Book reader is where you can download books to your Apex. Kind of like iBooks, but different. You can use Bookshare for the blind. This is basically like that. So yeah, you can read books and then download more off of Bookshare, the website that you use. You can use it onto a thumb drive.
Scientific calculator.
Scientific calculator is your calculator, where you just input. It's a normal calculator. Well, like any calculator, basically.
Database manager.
Now this is where database manager is where you can store records of CD catalogs, basically. Like I used to keep a record of a diet. I had a diet journal on here one time. You can keep records of recipes on here. You can whatever, basically, your doctor appointments, anything. You can make your own, If you want me to, I'll teach you how to make your own, but I'd recommend you use, if you have an Apex and you want to do it, use the manual on there, the user guide, and yeah, that works out perfectly too.
Games.
And games is where, well, yeah, it has 9 interactive fiction games. Interactive fiction is one of my favorite versions of games because it's all braille. You can all read it.
Extensions. X.
Okay. Extensions is like your extra things you download. And the reason why it said X after that is because you can use a quick letter to get to whatever you need to. Like you want a planner, you hit P.
File manager.
File manager is where you can manage your files and create folders and such.
Utilities.
Utilities is your date and time, your power. You can check settings and utilities.
Terminal for screen reader.
Now this is where you can connect this Apex. You can also use as a braille display, which is really cool.
Keyboard learn.
You can learn the keyboard on your Apex this way.
For information, press space with I.
Information about your Apex.
For the options menu, press space with O anywhere.
The options menu will show your options in your settings.
End of menu.
And that's the end of the menu.
Main menu.
Let me just
Speech
turn off
on
this
request.
because it's getting annoying. Okay, there we go. So that is the layout, the menu. Some menus are different than others, but that's the menu on a braillenote Apex. Hope you enjoyed it. Music lovers signing off, but always remind you that at times it's okay to be random.
Stop recording. Button.